Uh, Let me go and put the relevant thing that I want to talk about first on display. Let's see. Display capture. Yeah, there we go. That's the one I want. So regarding this is something I want to. The whole Lab Zero bit thing. Because it came out earlier today that several notable Lab Zero employees were leaving the company in response to Mike Z, who was originally under humongous fire for not only making a very inappropriate remark during George Floyd protests, which are still happening, by the way. They never stopped. All the protests that are against police brutality, they are still going. So it started with Mike Z saying a very inappropriate joke regarding the death of George Floyd. And to his credit, he quickly apologized for that publicly. And my own thoughts at the time was, hey, okay, he fucked up here. Let's not immediately call for cancel. Let's see if he at least learns from this. Then came the report. Let me turn the gain on my mic down a little bit. I think it's coming a little hot. Then came later reports from a number of individuals that said that Mike Z was incredibly pushy, aggressive, sexually aggressive towards a number of female employees and especially female representatives of the fighting game community. And it seemed to expand from like a one-time incident to apparently a habit that he has. A habit that he apparently has not stopped. And that was the kicker. And that was when everyone was realizing, okay, Mike Z, fuck off. You need to step down from Lab Zero. You need to leave Lab Zero before you take the company down with you. This is irredeemable behavior. Fast forward to today. Apparently, instead of stepping down, leaving Lab Zero, taking time to do whatever he needs to do to realize he fucked up, he instead apparently doubled down. So what's happened behind the scenes of Lab Zero is he has since taken full control of the company at this point. Apparently there were plans to make it employee owned. That's now on the shelf, that's now shelved for who knows how long. Probably indefinitely. As of right now, Mike Z is now in full control of the company. He has refused to do any action on his own parts to change his behavior, and it's apparently just blaming everyone else for what occurred, everyone else for what transpired. This is the trigger that's causing everyone to realize this is fucked up. Mike Z, you are fucked up. Instead of realizing his mistakes, I apologize ahead of time if the fan is kicking into the mic, by the way. Instead of realizing that he fucked up and taking steps to rectify his behavior and avoid taking anyone else down with him, he's instead doubling down on his past actions, saying that he's at no fault whatsoever, and is putting everyone else at fault with himself. And now he's the head of the company. So yeah, I got one tweet in question from one of the artists that have resigned. It's like, so From July through August, the team tried to resolve this with Mike, but Mike refused to be reasonable. Mike used intimidating and potentially retaliatory tactics to bully the team while refusing responsibility for his actions. He then gave all employees until August 31st to leave if they're unsatisfied, and so now we're here. This is easily... This went from a person having every opportunity in the world to change their behavior, to rectify their mistakes, and just completely throwing all that out the window for whatever reason. It's fucked. That's really the only way to describe this. It's just straight fucked. And I'm thinking, like, I pushed for Skullgirls heavily. I pushed for Indivisible heavily. Because I wanted these games to succeed. Because ignoring Mike Z, there were legitimate, talented people. Like artists, animators, actors, game designers. A lot of really talented people in that team. Oh, hi, Corey. I'll let you out in a minute. And it's just... all of this is now at risk of being made completely irrelevant. All because of one man. All because of one person. Because he refused to take accountability for his own actions. And that's the worst thing imaginable. Like, Lab Zero is not a big company. I don't know how many employees they have exactly, but it's not a whole lot. And they've already lost some very prominent people. Everyone else in the company, everyone else in gaming in the FGC is disavowing any contact with Mike Z whatsoever as a result of his actions. Lab Zero does not have the same kind of ability like EA or Activision, where they don't have... EA, Activision have hordes of fans that will go, consume product, and they'll generally make up for whatever bullshit they do. Lab Zero doesn't have that. Lab Zero is still very much an indie company. Mike Z not only doubling down on his bullshit, but taking control of the entire company itself. And essentially disregarding anyone trying to tell him otherwise this is going to destroy the company. This is going to destroy Lab Zero, because no one is going to buy any product with Mike Z's name on it at this point. That's the situation. That's the situation that we're in right now. And this is a company I have put so much faith and strong encouragement and just very positive vibes towards. I have met people that worked on Skullgirls, and they were generally good people. I haven't met Mike Z, but with all the stuff coming out about him, I don't think I even want to at this point. And I wanted to do this because it's just, I've been pushing for Lab Zero for so long, and for the company to go, for one person... What the fuck just got disconnected? Something got disconnected, I don't know what. Something happened with Mike Z, and I don't know what that is. I have the entire Indivisible playthrough on my YouTube channel. I'm not going to take it down. I'm going to leave it up because I want to at least help the other people that worked on that game get noticed. Like, that game is not Mike Z's creation. He was not in charge of that game. It was a collaborative effort by an entire studio. That is not Mike Z's game. Neither is Skullgirls. He has a large role in things, but Skullgirls is not his game. Whether you want to bought and purchase any more Lab Zero products at this point, that's your prerogative. I can't stop you. All I know is that I probably not gonna buy any other Lab Zero product going forward if his name is on it, and that sucks. That legitimately sucks. It's that I have to take that stance unless something happens going forward in the future. It sucks. And I just want to send some well wishes out to the people that decided to leave the company because they did not want to be in this environment anymore. They don't want to be under such an irreprehensible individual anymore. And it's like, combined with this, Gutex coming out to be an anti-mask Trump bootlicker, fucking Mr. Wizard being a fucking sexual predator, everything else that's been going on in the FGC, this is one of the big blows. This is a really big blow. And I just hope that one way or another, fighting games can somehow find a way to move on without Mike Z, without Mr. Wizard, without Gutex, without any of these clearly irredeemable individuals. And that's about the extent of it. So to those who moved on from Lab Zero, I wish you only the best of luck. I am certain that you will all find new work at sometime, hopefully soon. I know we're in the middle of a pandemic right now. That's why I'm hoping that everyone that is left at this point finds a way to get back on their feet, finds no more work. To the people that decide to leave, whether they need the pay, whether they can't find any other work, I just hope for the best. I can only hope for the best. Mike Z can go fuck himself, though. Mike Z can go fuck himself at this point, as far as I'm concerned. And that's about the extent of it.